Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to everyone who's listening or watching this video. Greetings, everyone. The names given to me by my parents is Hazim Anik bin Helmi Rizal. Alhamdulillah, I managed to grasp the straight A's achievement, and honestly, I'm still waiting for someone to pinch me because I'm just as surprised as you are, not gonna lie. And first of all, I'd like to apologize for my previous interview session where I couldn't even speak out a single thing. I was apparently not ready for an interview back then, thus I couldn't really plan out what I was trying to say. Although you probably understand me better now in that video because right now I'm speaking much more formal way instead of that janky Malay speech you all probably had to sit through. So, I like to give my most humble thanks to my parents, my teachers, and my friends. They are the ones who have been carrying my academic performance on their backs for years. Huge shout out to Cikgu Sharul for keeping our sanity controlled by making us laugh, Cikgu Masna for being the greatest, most caring mother figure who always supported us, and Teacher Farah for making us do night classes and personally introducing us to the ghosts inside the school. And I'm not kidding. Another shout out to my friends Udin, Humaydi, Zaim, Akil, Wan, Hadif, and Adam. Thank you for keeping me sane throughout this process, which, looking at our group chat, is a medical miracle. Quick warning though, this speech might take a while because I will be yapping and telling you every single detail I can remember about how I ended up talking in front of you today. Please adjust your sitting position accordingly, like mine. Yep. During my freshman year at SMK Putra, I was rather a menace to society. I was so naughty that if I had a time machine, I would go back and slap my younger self upside to the head. I'm not kidding. I really hate my old self. It's very cringy, I can tell you that. My results were terrible and my attitude was no better. Legit, I tried to be a bully when I got here and I ended up being a loser, of course. That was my rock bottom. I decided to be better, asking for apologies from Allah, and slowly my life started to get slightly better. From horrible grades to decent grades, I gained hope. And also, if you think I come from a wealthy family with private tutors, no, I don't, apparently. I'm probably from an average income family. I cycle to school every day with my precious yellow bike. And for lunch, I survive on exactly one piece of bread with chocolate spread. I'm not kidding. I eat a singular bread for lunch. That's all I ate. If I was feeling luxurious, I have a box of banana juice to go with it. I didn't consume any sort of fancy supplements or mind boosters in my early years. I was just an average student with decent grades, scoring in the top 10, I think, during Form 3 and Form 4. Yes, and I slept in class. But to be clear, it was strategic napping, okay? It was strategic napping. I only slept before the teacher teaches us. Early in the morning before the teacher arrive, alright? Don't think of something else. When Form 5 hit, life got harder. When the teacher sat us down and explained the importance of SPM, excuse me, the mood shifted. It got so serious that the pressure was suffocating. As for me, I didn't really think much of it early on, but when they started scheduling extra classes back to back, leaving us with zero time to rest, study, or even blink, we got pressured even more. It was genuinely getting on my nerve, not gonna lie. That's when my mom stepped in and told me to take supplements, Mindtropic. Obviously, I was skeptical at first, but as a son who knows better than to argue with a Malaysian mother, I followed her orders. Slowly but surely, I started to be more productive and focused. I felt more relaxed instead of panicking. Alhamdulillah. That is how I managed to survive my high school years without completely losing my mind. Bam! Enough yapping. Let's get to the tips. Let's get to the tips. Part of some of you are probably waiting for. To start it off, I genuinely have no magical tips for you, other than just to ball it. Yes, this is my official academic strategy. I mix a few techniques into my studying just to get the base idea of it. Let's make this simple, alright? Even a sleepy koala could understand this. Stop thinking about relationship. This is crucial. You're going to get distracted by the lovey-dovey stuff, Unless the both of you are studying together, which we all know, it will just turn into a gossip session. Focus on the book, not on the looks, alright? Second, do not study for more than 2 or 3 hours a day. Why? Because if you overwork yourself, you will just experience burnout. I've been there. I almost went feral and challenged the big Yahoo to a duel. It's not worth it, man. Here is the ultimate study protocol. 3 months before the exam, study, but not too much. 30 minutes a day is fine. 2 months before, push it to 30 to 60 minutes. 1 month before, study for 1 hour consistently every day, and etc. You get the rough idea, but remember the golden rule: never exceed 3 hours and try to focus on one subject per day. Alright, one subject per day. Don't mix chemistry and history in the same sitting. You will literally lose your mind. I'm not kidding. Next, I highly recommend studying in groups rather than being a lone wolf. But please, I beg you, choose the right people to study with. Pick the wrong squad and you'll end up doing exactly 1 minute of actual studying and 5 hours empty talk. Personally, I did my group studies virtually with the boys over calls, and it actually worked pretty well. The screen distance kept us in check, well, mostly because we couldn't physically reach out and smack each other's head. Also, make sure to get enough rest, but not too much. And for hard subjects like history, try to use your imagination instead of memorizing dry words. Picture the scene. Imagine the chaos, the plot twist. Wow. Make it a movie in your head. It works for me. Also, don't forget to get in touch with the Quran every day, obviously, even if it's just reading it once per day. That's how I discipline myself to read it, so I wouldn't forget who I worship to. Lastly, and most importantly, make sure to pray every day and hope to Allah that you'll pass. If you remember Allah, He will remember you. That's what my Abba said. My Abba is always right. At the end of the day, remember, there's no correct way of studying. Everyone has their own way to manage themselves. Do whatever suits you best. Unless your way of studying is just staring blankly at a wall for over 3 hours. Maybe don't do that. But otherwise, find your own rhythm. To conclude, my message for the next SPM candidates of 2026: try to do your best this time. This is not a time for gaming or chilling. It's time for serious commitment and sacrifice. Work hard so you can make your parents cry. Tears of happiness, not sorrow. If you wish to reach out to me personally, here's my Instagram handle. You can chat me there, but just a quick warning, I'm not a therapist. I charge no money at all, and my advice will probably ruin your life, so ask at your own risk. I believe in you guys. Now go out there and beat my results. I'll be watching. Go on, lads. Peace out. Assalamu alaikum.